Good morning, students. Today in this video we are going to learn about web services, how an XML provide web services, and what are the different types of web services, what are the components that are used in these web services. Let's see all this. This is the last topic in unit 5. What is a web service? A web service is either a service offered by an electronic device to another electronic device computing with each other via World Wide Web. That is a server running on a computer device listening for a request at a particular port over network for serving web documents. A web service is a method of communication between electronic devices over a network. A web service is any piece of software that makes it itself available over internet and uses a standardized XML messaging system. A web service is a collection of open protocols and standards that are used for exchanging data between any applications or systems. Modern day business applications use a variety of programming platforms for developing their web applications. We can develop several applications by using different programming languages like Java, .NET, and while some other in AngularJS, Node.js. These heterogeneous applications need some sort of communication to happen between them. Those communication are built by using different languages. It becomes really difficult to ensure accurate communication between applications. Here where a web server comes in. It provides open protocols and standards for exchanging data between any two applications or two electronic devices. Web services provide a common platform that allows multiple applications built on various programming languages to have ability to communicate with each other. Software applications written in various programming languages are run in different platforms which are used to exchange data over computer networks. Like the internet is a manner similar to inter-process communication on a single computer also. For example, consider a client request a web server, then a client request is transferred through internet, and that request is will respond by using some web servers or database servers. Again it back to response to the client who requested the site. A complete web service is any service that is available over the internet or intra networks. These web services uses XML messaging systems. We can use any one operating system or any programming language for providing these services. Web services provide self-describing via a common XML grammar. It is discoverable via a simple find mechanism. We will provide these web services in two ways. One is SOAP web service and the other one is RESTful web services. SOAP means a simple object access protocol which is used for transforming independent messages through this protocol. SOAP is based on transforming XML data as SOAP messages. Each message something which is known as an XML document. Only the structure of XML document follows the pattern, but not the content. The best part of web services and SOAP is that all sent via a HTTP protocol, which is the standard web protocol. Whereas coming to RESTful web services, these RESTful services stands for representational state transfer. It is an architectural style and runs on HTTP or HTTPS protocols almost all the time. The REST is a stateless client server architecture where web services or resources can be identified by their URLs. These client applications can use either a GET method or POST method to invoke RESTful web services. This is about types of web services. Next, coming to the components that are used for web services. Here we are using XML and HTTP protocol. All standard web services work using these components like XML RPC message or SOAP, UDDI, WSDL. Let's see this. We can provide the service by using XML RPC. It is a simple protocol which is used for transforming messages. That means it is used for exchanging of data between computers. These XML messages to perform RPC messages. How these messages are exchanged? As and when the any client request with an XML document, those requests are encoded in XML and sent via an HTTP POST protocol. In response for this request, these XML responses are embedded in a body of the HTML response. XML RPC is a platform independent. We can run in any type of environments. XML RPC allows diverse application to communicate. It allows different applications to communicate with these RPCs. It is the easiest way to get started with web services. Here we can see the example. A Java client can speak with a Perl server by using this XML RPC. RPC is remote processor call. SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol. It is also an XML based protocol that is used for exchanging of information between computers. It is a communication protocol that is used for providing communication between different applications. It is a format for sending messages. This is used for sending messages. How we send these messages? Is designed to communicate via internet. It is a platform independent and it is language independent also. SOAP is simple and extensible, which allows you to get around firewalls. SOAP will be developed as W3 standard. It can be used in Java or .NET or PHP language of any platform. Next component is web service description language. It is also an XML based language that is used for describing web services and how to access them. It was jointly developed by Microsoft and IBM. It's a XML based protocol for information exchange in distributed and decentralized environments. It provides communication or else a message exchanging of information in a decentralized systems or distributed environments. It is an integral part of UDDI, an XML based worldwide business registry. Here WSDL definition describes how to access a web service and what are the operations it will perform. It is a XML document containing information about web services such as name, method names, method parameters and how to access it. As we said that it provides or else it describes how to access a web service and what are the operations that are performed will be done with an XML document. That document contains an information about what is the method name that is used in an XML document and what are the parameters that are used and how we access that parameters, all this. So it acts as an interface between web service applications. It provides an interface where we can run our applications. Next component is UDDI, Universal Description Discovery and Integration. UDDI is an XML based standard protocol that is used for describing, publishing and finding web services. In SOP it's just a communication protocol, whereas in WSDL it exchanges data in decentralized and distributed, whereas UDDI describes all the web services, publishing of web services and finding of different web services. UDDI is a specification for a distributed registry of web services. It is platform independent and also an open framework. UDDI can communicate via SOAP, CORBA and Java RMI methods. We can use Java remote invocation methods for providing these web services in XML documents. That means for communicating a message between different devices, we use this UDI component via SOAP or CORBA, or we can also use RMI method. UDDI uses WSDL for describing the interface to web services. As we learn that WSLD provides an interface or else which acts as an interface between web service applications. Now UDDI uses that WSDL to describe interfaces to web services. UDDI is seen with SOAP and WSDL as one of the three foundation standards of web services. It is an open industry enabling business to discover each other and define how they interact over internet. These are the components. Next one is, how does a web service works? Because different applications are written in different programming languages, they often can't communicate with each other. A web service enables with communication by using combination of open protocols and standards. Here we can use either a HTML, XML, WSDL or SOAP. We can use these standards. Web service uses XML for defining the data in a tag. XML to tag the data, and SOAP is used to transfer a message. For sending messages we use SOAP. For defining elements we use XML. For describing these availability of service we use WSDL. We can build a Java based web service on Solaris that is accessible from your Visual Basic program that runs on Windows. Or else we can also use C# to build a new web service on Windows that can invoke from your web applications, that is based on JSPs, which runs on Linux. Let's see an example for this. The steps that are used for this operation are follows. Consider account registration. When a client program bundles the account registration information into a SOAP message, this SOAP message is sent to the web service as a body of HTTP post request. First, a client program is created and it is sent to SOAP. This SOAP message is sent to a web server using HTTP post request. Then a web service unpacks the SOAP request and converts it into a command that application can understand. So it unpacks the request and processes it with a defined programming language for different applications. The application processes the information as required. So now it will process the SOAP message by using some programming language and then responds with a unique account number for that customer. It means the person who requests this application responds to that person by creating a unique account. Next, the web service packages the response into another SOAP message which is sent back to client program in response to HTTP request. As and when the client requests a web server, the request is served by any web server through a response. Now we have requested a client account registration. That message is forwarded to SOAP. SOAP messages are converted into a command, and that commands are processed by using some application programming, and it is responded to the person who requested. Yes. So it responds to the client program who sent HTTP request. It provides HTTP response for that request. The client program unpacks the SOAP message to obtain the results of the client registration process. Benefits of using web services. The first type of benefit is Exposing the existing function on the network. How we can expose a function so that of that function is used in entire network. A web service is a unit managed code that can be remotely invoked using HTTP. We invoke the code by using HTTP, that is, it can be activated using HTTP request. When web services allows you to expose the functionality of your existing code over the network, once that code is exposed on a network, other applications can use the functionality of your program. So it's an advantage when we expose our function on a network. Next one is interoperability. Web services allows various applications that can talk to each other or share their data and share their services among themselves. Other applications can use the web services. For example, consider a VB or a .NET application can talk to a Java web service or vice versa. Web services are used to make the application platform and technology independent. Next type of advantage is standardized protocol. Here we are using a standardized protocols for communication. There are 4 layers. First one is service transport, XML message, service description and service discovery layers. Use well-defined protocols in the web service protocol stack. This standardization of protocol standard gives the business many advantages such as wide range of choices, reduction in cost due to competition, and we can increase the quality of our service. Low cost communication. How we provide a low cost? Web services uses SOAP over HTTP protocol. So we can use our existing low cost internet for implementing these web services. This solution is much less costly compared to proprietary solutions like business to business. Besides SOAP over HTTP, web services can be implemented on other reliable transport mechanism like FTP. We can also use file transfer protocol for transferring of messages. Deployability. How we provide this deployability as an advantage? When we are using web services that are deployed over an internet technologies, this makes it possible to deploy web services even over a firewall to servers running on the internet on the other side of the globe. Also, thanks to use of proven community standards, underlying securities like SSL is already built in. These are the benefits of using web services. Web services are application components which communicate using open protocols or self-contained and self-describing services can be discovered using UDDI. Web services can be used by other applications. We use HTTP and XML is the basis for web services. UDDI is a platform independent extensible markup language protocol that includes XML based registry by using business worldwide can list themselves on the internet. Provides a mechanism to register and to locate web service applications. Web services are web application components which can be used for publishing, founding, and used on the net. These are the frequently asked questions in this unit. Explain XML elements, explain XML schema, explain DTT and their elements, explain document object model. This is about web services. Thank you.